Good evening. I'm Shira Matsuzawa. Thank you for joining us here on the news at 10. And as we learn more and more each day in the trial of Lori Vallow Daybell and more graphic details are uncovered, many people have been asking if the 18 jurors at the trial, which includes 6 alternates, will receive any services or counseling for the graphic content they've had to sit through. News Channel 7's Jude Binkley spoke with the former Ada County deputy prosecutor about the impact that serving on a jury can cause on mental health. Jude.
Well, sure, the jury is a crucial part of our justice system, and it's important for them to be shown a full picture to have the best information to make a decision during the trial. While you only serve on jury for a few days or weeks, what a person sits through in some cases could scar them for well beyond that trial.
The actual impact of what happens in that courtroom can be really lifelong devastating for jurors. And now, not all the time, but it may be something that they never ever forget.
Jean Fisher is a retired deputy prosecutor for Ada County. She spent 33 years in the courtroom and knows the impact that serving on a jury can have on a person's mental health, especially in graphic cases like Joseph Edward Duncan, a convicted murderer and child molester.
And I'll never forget, that case, and Judge Lodge, who was the federal judge in that case, he could see that this was causing an absolute havoc with these jurors, and they had counseling provided for them immediately.
Sensitive images have also been shown to jurors in the Lori Vallow Daybell trial. As part of the trial, the jury has been shown autopsy photos of the children in the case.
And the prosecution has to be able to show some of those pictures. They still have to give the jury a reason to care, but it's also part of the case.
It also gives a case context.
They have a big job. They're proving murder. They're proving murder in the first degree and conspiracy to commit murder, and they have to be able to put out enough evidence to show the case is happening and what has happened.
Serving on a jury is compulsory, which means jurors could be required to see something they don't want to. Fisher says it's important the court system provide counseling if they can.
Because they're required to come in, their daily lives probably have never been touched by something like this before, and now they have to sit there and listen to this and view these pictures and watch this defendant in court and watch her demeanor.
Ada County courts do offer juror counseling for some case types. Exact services and how they're delivered can vary based on the situation. We asked the courts if jurors for the Vallow Daybell trial will be offered counseling after the trial ends. In a statement, the 4th Judicial District Court said, "We appreciate jurors' service to our community and provide resources to make them as comfortable as possible, both during their service and after a case is over. This may include counseling services." Now, Fisher told me that a judge can control some of this by not allowing too many pictures to be shown, but the prosecution is going to have a bit of leeway on that because they have the burden to prove a case beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah, and Jean said it right there, but it may be something that these jurors never forget. All right, interesting perspective there. Thanks, Jude.